According to the votes recorded by the clerk, the School Board of Warren County does hereby certify that to the best of each member's knowledge, 1, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements under the Virginia Freedom of Information Act were discussed in the closed meeting to which this certification applies, and 2, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion by which the closed meeting was convened were heard, discussed, or considered by the school board.
Is there a second?
A second.
Mr. Valentine, could you do a roll call, please?
Mrs. Salins,
Aye.
Mr. McFadden,
Aye.
Madam Chair,
Aye.
Mrs. Lowe.
Aye.
Welcome this evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If you could please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to accept or modify the agenda this evening?
I move that we modify the agenda, please, to add an item regarding the request to show merit for meeting the timeline for a grievance hearing.
And is that going to be added as 8B?
Sure, that sounds.
Is there a second on that?
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, no. Attendance award presentation, Dr. Ballinger.
Thank you, Madam Chair. School attendance is essential to the academic success. Research shows that missing as little as 2 days every month, or 10% of the school year, can have a negative impact on students. At each of our monthly meetings, we recognize our schools that have the highest attendance and are most improved each month. And it has become a little healthy competition between some of our elementary schools. They are taking this serious and working very hard. For the month of March, I would like to recognize A.S. Rhodes Elementary School as our elementary winner.
Thank you, Dr. Ballinger. So I know we've been up here several times, so I feel like I tell you the same things every time. This time I just thought I'd touch a little bit on chronic absenteeism. So daily attendance, of course, is very important, but that doesn't negate chronic absenteeism because you could still have students that have those 17 or more days of absences for the year. So we have started, since we returned from spring break, free after-school tutoring. We're taking advantage of the Virginia Department of Education's offer that we could earn back some of that time for our students with chronic absenteeism. So we invited any students who are at that 10% or more of absences for the year so far to join us for free after-school tutoring on Mondays and Wednesdays throughout about mid-May. So we've had about 10 to 12 students stay so far, and in conjunction with that, we're also offering in the upper grade level some SLL tutoring after school. So it's been nice to have those families working alongside with us. We know that illnesses happen, and that can certainly happen to any child where you have several illnesses throughout the year, and that does add up very quickly. So allowing them the opportunity to earn some of that time back and help out our school is very much appreciated. And we just always appreciate the partnership with our families and our students and our staff to encourage great attendance. And I have two students here with me today, and they wanted to share, maybe, bit to the catch, a little bit about why they think attendance is important.
Come help.
No.
I think attendance is very important because if you attend school every day, then you can have a chance of a better education and you don't miss anything. And I don't want to miss learning.
All right, let's get over here, get a little light.
This Rusty wrinkled our banner.
Ready to roll this time. Let's just set time. Listen. All right. Oh, great. Thank you.
God.
Ms. Lehman, I promise that Ms. Helmig was probably going to take that to heart. Our secondary winner for the month of March is Warren County Middle School.
Thank you guys so much. I don't have any cute little kids to come with me. They're not as eager in middle school to come join us, but I did want to touch base on what we do at Warren County Middle School. We're all faced with the chronic absenteeism. And today, as Dean of Students, I was able to call about 20 different families from 7th grade about their chronic absences. And we were able to offer the program that the state has offered to us, and we have a morning session for 3 days a week or afternoon session to provide at-risk students and the chronic absences an opportunity to have academic support. And sometimes we call parents, and I just want to say that I can't stress enough the importance of relationships. Not just with our students and with our faculty and our staff, but with our parents. Every single parent that I called today was grateful, so grateful for the opportunity and the program and for us reaching out and offering that. And I think that says a lot about our community, and that's what I'm grateful for, that I feel we're all supported, we all have the right purpose and the right heart. I do think those are the efforts and that relationship and the trust and that we build with all the stakeholders involved is what helps us get these kids in school. So that's what we did this year.
It's red blood. And our most improved, we had almost all of our schools went down last month except for a couple. And so our most improved for this month is Skyline High School.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say that we really, really appreciate all your guys' support, and we continue to strive to make Skyline High School a place where kiddos are excited to learn.
Next up this evening, we have school reports, and I believe that's Warren County High School this evening. And board members, we have the presentation in our email.
I can share an overall presentation. It's a funny story on how we got here. We were scheduled for March, and we switched some things around. So to celebrate Arts in the Schools Month, we have our Fine Arts Department. So this is kind of a general thing for you all to see. some of the things that we're doing, some of the things that are coming up, especially those upcoming events, some of the things that we've got going on, some of the accomplishments of Warren County High School this year. But I always feel like it's important to hear from these kids. And this place actually is where I got my start in 1999 teaching theater here. So I'm a fine arts teacher and always have been a big supporter of the fine arts. Our kids learn about art, which is a direct reflection of life in our schools. And in 2007, we made the commitment to build those 2 high schools with a black box theater, with a state-of-the-art theater. We still host district events because no other high schools in the area have the facilities that we have. And that was thanks to the school board and the board of supervisors in 2007, and our arts programs are growing and getting stronger. And so I want to first introduce our amazing band teacher, Mr. David Dingus.
Thank you. My name is David Dingus. I've been teaching at Warren County for 22 years, been teaching for 23, so I too started off in here. I believe we're supposed to talk to you about some things that have been going on and things that are coming up. So I wanted to talk to you about first semester. We had a great marching season this year. We went to about 6 competitions, placed first in all of them except the last one. But that's up at Hershey Park, and we're going against other groups from 7 states, and we came in second. But it was a great year. We scored the highest we've ever scored previously. We also did get a superior rating in marching assessment during first semester. In concert band this semester, we were able to receive an excellent rating. And in many ways, the program's performing about as well as it's ever done. At this time, I wanted to invite one of my band students to speak with you a moment about the importance of music to him.
Thank you. My name is Heath Coe, and I've been a member of some form of Warren County's music program ever since elementary school. Alongside this, I spent personal time outside of school at music festivals and concerts alike. So I think overall, music is a very important part of my life. It has the power to bring people together, inspire creativity, or even change our moods. Whether it's through singing, playing an instrument, or even being a member of the audience, music has a way of connecting us to ourselves and those around us. I think this especially shines in an educational environment because music has given students the opportunity to work with like-minded individuals towards a shared goal. Lost words for a second. Overall, I'm very glad to have had music throughout my high school and previous years. And I'm very glad that my fellow students have that same opportunity. Thank you for your time.
And this is why we bring the kids with us, because they have better impact. But I wanted to talk to you about some of the things that we have been happening coming up to this. We did receive the Warren County Educational Endowment Grant. And this generous and amazing grant allowed us to purchase some steel pans or steel drums. And this will allow us to offer another music opportunity at the high school level where kids may not have started at the middle school level. They can jump right in as they get to the high school level. And we are set up at the showcase just down in the hall. So if you want to come down, please take a look and a listen. You'll hear us playing down there for that. We've also been working closely with the middle school this year in order to build numbers back up as we rebound from the COVID years. We've brought the entire band over to work with beginning bands and have brought other students over to work with the 7th grade bands as kind of a tutoring system to reach out to that. And as part of that effort this year, we are doing something special because we're combining the middle school concert with the high school concert. And so we want to invite you to our spring concert, which is April 28th at 3 p.m. And like I said, because it's going to be both groups, it's going to be a rather large event. And we hope to see you there. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dingus. Next up is our theater program, and our theater teacher is Mr. Stephen Harvey. If you saw Frozen, These guys did an amazing job. Last year was Percy Jackson. But Mr. Harvey is here, and he's brought some theater students to talk about the impact that the theater arts have had on our school community. Mr. Harvey.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve Harvey, and I live here, so thank you for serving my community just as much as I serve yours. So I actually wanted to speak a little bit, just a short amount of time before I give it over to the students to say the rest of their piece. So just this year, what our theater program has been able to do, we had 9 students go to the Virginia Thespian Association's conference in Richmond, Virginia, with about 9 students. Where they participated in various different activities and conference sessions and saw several different one-act plays. That was in October. We also had our one-act play, Hope and Heartache Diner by Lindsay Price, going again to the state championships. The last time that we went to the state championships and won was during COVID in 2020. And then the Frozen musical, we had that starting in December. We rehearsed until March, and we served nearly 1,200 elementary school students that went to go see the afternoon matinees, and I heard only glowing reviews from that. And then we also are currently in the storyteller residency, which was something that the WCEA helped us fund. A storyteller from the Appalachian Mountains is in residency with some of our students to work on teaching them how to do storytelling in the arts for our community. We also have a field trip tomorrow going to Philadelphia to go see the Broadway show Hadestown. And on May 11th, right here in this room, we are celebrating the Drama Club's 100th year anniversary, starting in 1924. So we're celebrating that. We're hoping that we can bring in a couple of alumni that maybe attended some of our Drama Club meetings from years gone by. And also on May 4th, that's Saturday, May 4th at 8 p.m., we are hosting a 24-hour theater festival where the students will have been in our building on that Saturday for at least 14 hours working on a play that they have just gotten in their laps. It's usually full of chaos and tomfoolery and shenaniganery, and I would love it if every single one of you could go. It's a fantastic, lovely time, and no one remembers their lines. But that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to actually turn it over to some of the students that wanted to speak today.
Good afternoon, school board members. My name is Toby Tennant, and I am a student at Warren County High School. When I was still in elementary school, I went to see a production where I watched my cousin perform on stage for the first time. I was able to watch him bring a character and story to life before my very eyes. He and the rest of his ensemble then went on to perform at the state level in the VHSL one-act competition. That day, he inspired me to follow in his footsteps and join the theater program when I got to high school. Since I've joined, I feel like I've been able to do for others what my cousin did for me. Inspired through live storytelling, and I found a second family and the other students who, like me, call Warren County's theater program a second home.
Hello, members of the Warren County School Board. My name is Abigail Kanesh, and I am a theater student at Warren County High School. I'm here to speak about how the arts have impacted my life. Ever since I was a kid, I've dreamed of being on stage. Here in front row, there were never many opportunities for that, until I joined this program called the Room in Masks. I met friends that quickly became family, and through shows like this year's musical Frozen, I've gotten to see the direct impact that our work has had on children in the local area. As many of you know, I had the joy of playing Elsa this year, and getting to meet those kids after the show, hugging them and seeing how truly excited they were absolutely warmed my heart. And I think that is bigger than any number of trophies or ticket sales that we've made.
Hello, my name is Julian Van Patterson, and to be quite frank, I'm much more to theater than these two. I just joined this year, but I have found a family in these people who, these two actually, were the ones that invited me to come along and to do theater with them. But I started with the one act playing Rat in the Hope and Heartache Diner, and I got this great sense of joy and community from it. And that prompted me to audition for Frozen, where I got the role of Sven. And to step on stage each night, we see every kid smile and everyone like cheer on all the actors, but people chat at Sven, oh, that's so cool. It really like made my day and made my weeks, and to see that all come through with all the work people put in made me really happy. And because of that, theater has become like a second home to me in a very special place. But this department has done wonders for myself and many other people. Thank you.
We'll both close them.
Yes, Mr. Barbie.
You're the teacher for me. We just, it's a performance art, but it's also, like they talked about, it's also a family. And when you spend from December through March together every day, running lines and doing all of the things in rehearsals that you guys did during rehearsals, you become a family. So very proud of all of them. Next up is Ms. Warwick in our visual arts program. So she's brought some of her students to show some of their work and to talk about the impact that the visual arts have had on Bandit.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Warwick. I teach Art 1, 2, 3, and 4 at Warren County High School. And I'm on year 6 in totality, but year 5 at Warren County High School. We also have 2 other art teachers that teach photography, graphic design, and crafts as art in 3D as well. Today I stand before you not just as an educator of the arts, but as a fervent advocate for our high school art programs. These programs are the lifeblood of creativity, critical thinking, and holistic development in our actual students. A mystical, magical place where imagination meets fine motor skills and problem-solving skills meet social, emotional learning, which is very important. This bond forming within the art room extends beyond any canvas and photo or sculpture or drawing, essentially creating a supportive network that transcends the challenges of adolescence. Art is an essential. Teaching the arts is absolutely 100% passion. And in so many ways as it is for others. So with that being said, I have with me today 3 of my absolutely amazing students who volunteered to speak with you about their experience and how the arts has completely changed their world and beyond. And first up is JJ Bahuli.
Hello, I'm JJ Bergoli, and I am through Mrs. Warwick's Art 4 class. When I was first in high school, I was not the person I am today. I was shy, could barely speak up in class, and certainly could not draw. But then I joined art class because, I liked to draw, not that I was good at it, but I joined and I made friends and I learned to draw. And now, if I wanted to, I could draw a face, I could draw dragons, draw things that before weren't even in my imagination. But now I know myself. I am myself. Sorry. When I joined art, I joined in a wonderful community that has helped me become who I am today and who stands before you. And if it weren't for Mrs. Warwick and all of the art teachers I've had at Warren County High School and the community in the art program, and the family I found in the art program, I wouldn't be attending college this fall for art. I just really wouldn't be here today if it weren't for art. But thank you for listening.
Thank you. Next up is Calissa Fox.
Hello, I'm Calissa Foxley, like she said. I moved here to Front Royal my freshman year during COVID, and moving here during COVID was really, really difficult, especially joining high school. Didn't know anyone, didn't know really where I was, some small country town, didn't know anyone. I was completely isolated, alone, depressed, all of the above, Then sophomore year came around, and I joined art. I always loved art since I was little, and I also joined theater. I never had an intention to join theater, never really was my thing, but I was convinced to do so. I started slow tech theater, and it changed my life for the better. It was life-changing. Thanks.
I have been in every art class with Miss Warwick since sophomore year, and I don't want to leave her. But during freshman year, that was one of the hardest times that I ever had to go through. But still, I managed to create beautiful art pieces. I brought this piece from that time. Yes. And one of our students that was supposed to be here couldn't make it, unfortunately, so they asked me to show you one of their pieces. It's not done, but it's for a project that we're currently doing. What is it called? Surrealism. So yeah, art has really impacted my life, and I've been talking too long, so thank you.
And last up is Ella Martin.
Hello, my name is Ella Martin, and I'm a junior at Youngkin High School. I am fairly new to the art programs at the high school because I just took Art 2 last semester, and that was my first class. I've always enjoyed creating art and crafting things on my own, and it's always been fun for me. But this past year has definitely helped me realize that art can do a lot more. As a dual-enrolled student, athlete, and someone who is heavily involved in many clubs and extracurricular activities, I've found art class to not only be an outlet for my stress and anxiety, but an environment that has allowed to me to express my individuality and creativity, which I think is something that every student deserves to experience. Miss Works class has not only helped me connect with myself, but has also been something that I looked forward to during my school days. And her support and guidance throughout the courses has enhanced my educational experience immensely. And it has also helped spark my enthusiasm for taking more art classes in the future for next year. So, thank you.
All right, I have a reel that I want to play on the screen for you guys. And basically, last month was Youth Art Month for March. And it's something that I put together that recognizes everybody in the fine arts in like a minute and 30 seconds. So, hold on one second.
You big? All right.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, you are.
Golden as I open my eyes, holding, focus, hoping to take me back to the night. I know you were way too bright for me. I'm hopeless, broken, so you wait for me in the sky. From my skin to dry. You're so golden. You're so golden. Out of my head, I know that you're scared because heart's getting broken. I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna be alone. When it ends, I wanna let you know. I don't wanna be alone, but I...
Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much, everyone. I know we come to the board meetings often and kind of present our school for you all almost monthly. So we thought we would celebrate the arts, which are so important for our kids. So thank you for everything that you do for them and for us. And feel free to come over anytime. There's a list of events on the PowerPoint of stuff that we've got going on, and come over for lunch. You can have a free chicken patty on me, okay? Thanks. Thanks you all.
Okay, next up, we have a report and update from our school resource officer.
We'll break after this. Good.
So,
Screen.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Hyduke, Warren County Sheriff's Office. So this last month in March, just a few updates. The sheriff and one of our civil deputies attended E. Wilson Morrison's Career Day. So they got to spend the day there, telling children about the funs of being in law enforcement. In addition to that, we've also successfully completed every 5th grade class with the 10-week DARE program. So we are currently receiving in DARE reports and DARE posters for kind of summarizing what they've learned over the last 10 weeks. And we look forward to kind of picking out a top 5 contenders for the reports and the posters, and hope to present the winners of that. In addition, we are going to be hosting a DARE Day on May 20th for every 5th grader in the county, which is just a day down at Ben Crosby hanging out with law enforcement, and we'll have some vendors set up down there and fun and activities for them then. So we have a lot of things coming up in March. In May as well. One other thing I would like to add is that in May, we're also going to host with the National Wildlife Tourism Federation and the Department of Natural Resources a trout fishing day for kids 16 and under on May 11th down at Ben Crosby. So we're working on trying to get a lot of activities for the youth to kind of keep them engaged, not only through school, but into the summer as well. For the month of March, our total incident reports, we had 34, which is down by 10. So we are seeing somewhat of a downward trend on some of the vaping and possession of tobacco and things like that. So we are seeing a downward slide on that. So the numbers that I gave you there represent what we did. We had a lot of informational reports, and we were able to utilize K-9 ACE at 3 of the schools this past month. So we're working on getting him out regularly to all the schools as well. Other than that, that's really all we have this month. So, you guys have any questions for me? So, thank you. All right, thank you.
with that, we're going to take a recess. Warren County Education Endowment is here this evening with their grand showcase. That's actually why we're holding our meeting here this evening. So we're going to step out and see some of their presentations, and we'll plan to come back in here probably, I'll say, about 7:30.
And we would like to invite everybody in here to come on down to the showcase as well.
Absolutely.